with Kelly O'Grady here in New York. We have breaking news in Minneapolis this morning, a report of an active shooter. We are still learning more details about what has happened. Police now say the shooter is contained, but there are as many as 20 injured. There's a large law enforcement response from federal, state, and local agencies.
Now, this happened at a school attached to a Roman Catholic church in South Minneapolis. This was the third day of school, and we are told the Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry has arrived on the scene. Caroline Cummings was first on the scene from CBS News Minnesota. We want to play you the latest from what she learned.
Okay, I am directly in front of the entrance to the school on Garfield Avenue and West 54th, right off of Lindale. Okay. And I have seen children leave the school with bandages on their arm. One child left with a bandage on his arm, raced to his mother for an embrace. It's clearly a very serious situation. We will not speculate on any details. What we know now is what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is an active police scene outside of the school. And I've seen two children leave with bandages on their arm. There's tons of concerned neighbors over here. I talked to one woman whose children did not go to this school, but she has a child who goes to Holy Angels. She says that this school, a lot of children go to high school at Holy Angels. It's a feeder school, and that she is just overcome with emotion seeing this happen in her neighborhood, her community, people she knows. It's a really emotional scene here for people who are looking on. I've seen very distraught looking people, potentially parents whose children attend this school. And I have seen police go in and out of the school here, again, at the entrance at West 54th and Garfield Avenue. At least a dozen ambulances blocking off the entire road. And just a very active scene and an emotional one for the parents and the families and neighbors. Yeah. This is something that hits very close to home for a lot of people.
And understandably, you can hear the emotion in her voice. Scott McFarland and Nicole Skanga are monitoring the latest developments from our D.C. newsroom. Nicole, let's start with you. What are we learning?
Hi, Nate. Good to be with you. At Annunciation Catholic School, that shooting began a little over an hour ago, and within minutes, I'm told, law enforcement was on the scene. As many as 20 people injured, although we could see that number increase, at least some in critical condition right now and being transported to area hospitals. I'm told there were children there at the scene, younger than 13 years old, still waiting on what the status is, if any of those young students were among those injured. The male suspect here, we're told by law enforcement sources, has been contained by police, waiting on confirmation that that shooter is dead. We don't know that information just yet, but we're told that the male suspect was wearing all black. He used a rifle, and right now police searching for any additional weapons, any improvised explosives. There is no current threat to the public at this time. But again, very early on in this search by police, and we know that federal law enforcement is responding, both the FBI and the ATF, which are on scene and tracing that weapon, that rifle that we talked about.
Okay, thank you, Nicole. Stay with us. Let's bring in Sam Vinograd, who is a CBS News national security contributor. Sam, what are you learning here? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, my thoughts are that, unfortunately, these entities have established security protocols in the event of an active shooter. So the church and the school would have had plans in place to try to mitigate any damage as quickly as possible. Now, at this moment, if the scene is stabilized and if the suspect is contained, an investigation is underway that will take multiple routes. First, there will be traces of the weapons used, weapon or weapons via ATF. The FBI and state and local law enforcement will also try to identify the suspect as quickly as possible using fingerprints or any identification the suspect may have on the suspect's person. Once that suspect is identified, they will get a warrant for the individual's residence, the suspect's vehicle, and then very quickly start scrubbing that individual's mobile devices, if any are present, as well as social media. They do want to ascertain whether this individual was in touch with anybody else about the suspect's plans for this morning to ensure that there are no other potential plots underway. We have heard that there is no ongoing threat to the public, but law enforcement is certainly going to want to double check that that is the case by scrubbing the individual's communications as quickly as possible.